Arsenal fans, remember the name Max Dowman. At just 15 years old, this young midfielder has already started to make waves in the Arsenal first team. After an eye-catching pre-season where he held his own against seasoned pros, Dowman has become the name on everyone's lips, from coaches at London Colney to fans around the Emirates. Even Arteta is impressed.
At his age as well, some of the things that he does in training are unbelievable. He's a player obviously with a huge talent that we have a lot of beliefs that we can develop him into become one of our own.
Hello and welcome to Arsenal Analysed. I'm JC, I hope you're doing well. So, who is Max Dowman? What makes him so special? And could we be witnessing Arsenal's next midfield prodigy? Let's break it down. Born in 2009, Max Dowman is currently just 15 years old. Let that sink in. At an age where most are juggling GCSEs, Dowman is rubbing shoulders with Premier League stars and impressing the coaching staff at one of the biggest clubs in the world. He joined Arsenal's academy at a young age, working his way up the ranks at Hale End, a place known for producing top-tier talent like Bukayo Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe and Reiss Nelson, to name just but a few. In the season of 23-24, Dowman broke into the under-18 squad, breaking a record when making his debut at just 13 years old. He went on to make 7 appearances, scoring twice and notching 5 assists. Not too bad at 13. Dowman went on to make history again the following season, becoming the youngest player to score in the UEFA Youth League at the age of 14 years, 9 months and 19 days. And from November that season, he started to train with the first team and seamlessly fitted in. In December, Dowman broke yet another record, making his debut for the Arsenal under-21s against Brighton in Premier League 2, a month before turning 15. Dowman went on to be included in Arsenal's warm weather training in Dubai, which is an annual trip, where he gained valuable knowledge and experience. His development was clear for everyone to see in the coming months, with a mazy run against Manchester United in the FA Youth Cup being a major highlight. Dowman finished the season with 15 appearances, 15 goals and 5 assists. He's starting to grow. This form earned him a call-up to the England under-17 squad to compete at the Euros in Albania, and the step-up did not faze him. Dowman played all 3 group games and saved his best performance until last, scoring an unbelievably smart goal, becoming the youngest ever player to score in the competition's history at 15 years old, 4 months and 21 days. Later in the game, he registered an outstanding assist that any senior pro would have been proud of, before England unfortunately crashed out of the tournament, finishing 3rd in their group. Coaches inside the club have long seen Dowman as a special talent, someone with both the technical ability and the maturity to fast track through the age groups, and that's exactly what's been happening, with Arteta continuing to sing his praises.
When I'm talking about Max as well, is now he's involved in the squad. He trains with us a lot. That doesn't mean that he's going to play in the Premier League many games. I don't know, depending how good he is, how impressive he is, how much he offers the team, like Ethan, like Miles, like any other player in the squad.
Let's talk about pre-season, because this is where Dowman really made headlines. Against opposition much older and more experienced, Max didn't just survive, he thrived. In a recent friendly, Dowman completed over 90% of his passes, including several progressive balls into the final third. He played with composure, vision and tactical discipline well beyond his years. In particular, fans were stunned by a performance against Newcastle where he came off the bench and didn't miss a beat, demanding the ball, playing through pressure and even breaking up play. One moment that really stood out after coming on around the 60th minute, Dowman receives the ball under pressure, turns out with a quick pivot and sets up a smooth transition into attack. That's elite level calmness, and it resulted in Arsenal being awarded a penalty. With Arteta being questioned about Dowman from the media at any opportunity.
Taking very fast steps because every time you put him in a different challenge, different level, he overcomes that hurdle pretty quickly, which is great. So we're on it.
So what makes Dowman such an exciting prospect? Even at 15, he constantly scans the pitch. Think of players like Toni Kroos or Declan Rice, always aware of their surroundings. His first touch is clean, his passing range is excellent, and his decision making is crisp. He rarely forces it. His ball retention in tight spaces is already of a first team quality. He doesn't look phased, whether he's surrounded by 3 players or be impressed by a senior opponent. Dowman plays with incredible calmness. He's not the biggest, but he uses his upper body strength very intelligently, shielding the ball, adjusting positioning to absorb contact. There's clear evidence he's been training not just technically, but in the modern midfield toolkit. Now, it's important that we manage expectations. Dowman is still just 15, but everything suggests that Arsenal could be preparing a long-term plan for his integration, possibly following a similar trajectory to that of Ethan Nwaneri, who made his debut at 15 years old and 181 days. In fact, Dowman and Nwaneri have often played in the same youth setup, and many inside the club see them as part of the golden generation emerging from Hale End. Mikel Arteta has proven he is willing to give youth a chance, and with the way Dowman is developing, we may see him in a competitive senior match sooner than anyone expected. But what's also exciting is his maturity off the pitch. Coaches have praised his attitude, his work ethic, and his humility. He's not just talented, he's grounded, and that often makes the difference between a flash in the pan and a future star. Now it's time for some fun facts and comparisons. Dowman is currently one of the youngest players in Europe, training regularly with a senior squad. His teammates and coaches often talk about his remarkable composure and vision, with some describing him as having a football brain beyond his years, with his style being likened to football legend Kaká. At Hale End, coaches quickly recognised his exceptional passing range and accuracy in training, often highlighting his decision-making as one of the sharpest in his age group, the kind of skill set that stood out even among elite academy players. Now training with Arsenal's senior side, he's been receiving guidance from club captain Martin Odegaard, who's been helping him adapt to the intensity of the first team and sharing insights on leadership and movement in the final third. Some fans have even begun comparing him to a young Cesc Fabregas, given his intelligence and ability to control the tempo of a match at such a young age. Cesc made his debut for Arsenal at 16 years old and 177 days. Every few years, a player comes along that makes you sit up and say, this one's different. Max Dowman looks exactly that. With his unique blend of intelligence, technique and maturity, he's already giving fans a reason to dream. The road is long and development is never linear, but if Arsenal protect and nurture him the right way, we might just be looking at Arsenal's future midfield. Let's finish with a question. So what do you think? Is Max Dowman the next big Hale End success story? Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn notifications on for more Arsenal content and in-depth analysis.